there.
Howdy.
How you guys doing?
We're okay.
Good, good.
All good.
That's good.
Another week down.
That's right.
So if you had your druthers either a Monday or a Thursday, when do you need any help from Minion in the morning?
Mondays are tougher days.
Okay.
That'd be great if you could come.
Sharon's been on my case to do something because I'm not doing substitute teaching at this point. So I'm thinking that I can give you a day.
That'd be great. Mondays would be fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Pinskys. Hello, Goldsteins.
All at once.
Uh-huh.
How's everyone?
You can't see.
Good.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Everybody ready for summer weather tomorrow?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
we
the
just-
wind. Ignore.
Briefly.
Yeah, but I like listening to the wind.
Love winter.
It's going to be really windy tomorrow night, they say.
Yeah,
50, 60, 70.
yeah. Move
Yeah.
over. Wait, I'm stuck on her. I'm stuck
How's
on her.
your wrist, Fran?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm sitting here doing my exercises. I've got
What happened?
one incision there, one incision here.
Yeah.
What happened,
I
Fran?
had a trigger thumb and arthritis. So I had some surgery 4 weeks ago yesterday.
Isn't it fun getting older? Although I'm counting backwards, I'm only 39. I had a student that asked me how old. She keeps asking, I said, how old do you think I am? She goes, 35. But isn't your daughter like about 40 or something? How? I said, well, just one of those things. Move over.
Yeah.
Does it hurt? Does your hand hurt, Fran?
Only when she hits me.
I was gonna say, she got it from hitting you, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's uncomfortable because when I'm not doing my exercises, I have to wear this gadget.
They always say, who did you hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Les, if your hand doesn't hurt, my trigger finger is killing me.
Really? You have a trigger finger?
Yes, I do.
So
It
why
was
don't
operated on many years ago. It came back.
you get it fixed?
He said it was operated on years ago, but it came back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ouch.
Uh-oh.
same finger.
Really?
Really.
I
You
question
Fran,
that, doctor.
you'll have to have that surgery again in 20 years, Fran.
Well,
They
most-
they no longer do for just a solo trigger finger. They don't really do surgery. They can inject cortisone right on this.
you know what? I can't do
Sometimes-
cortisone though. have you ever heard of cortisone flare?
Cortisone flare.
No.
Flare.
What'd you flare up with?
It's quite painful. It's probably the most painful thing I've ever been through. And I've given birth 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
what, 3 times?
She's giving birth.
3 times.
Oh,
Cortisone flare is more painful.
What
more
is it?
painful than Stan?
There's
Poor
the deal.
Stan.
I can ignore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stan's more of a dull kind of
that's the cut that
throbbing.
makes
That's
deep.
like,
Poor
So
Stan.
I don't know exactly what happens, but it's
What is it
something
like?
about the crystals or something.
I just got a cortisone shot this week in my shoulder.
For Heather on Wednesday night.
I had surgery on my shoulder, and then we were down at the beach and a bomb
Why don't you
cyclone
go over there on Wednesday night and we'll
blew something over, blew me
You're the one
over.
that talked to them about
Oh,
coming
wow.
over and complain. Then let them come over. Why can't they come over?
Myron, mute.
I muted him. It's okay.
Oh.
You're muted, Myron. It's okay. Don't worry. We took care of it. You go ahead. You can keep talking to Bernice. It's okay.
Oh, no, so the bomb cyclone blew me over at the beach. So I hurt my knee and I put my arm out, and I had just had surgery a few weeks ago earlier on my shoulder. So
Oh,
I had to
no.
spend the time in bed. And so it was still acting up. So they gave me a cortisone shot. So that's
But can you still play the violin?
well, I'm teaching on Skype, and right now it's just piano students. So, but I'll do it.
Good.
Nothing's going to hold me back,
You have?
No.
Are you in bed?
Yeah.
except my dog when the cicadas were out, and I had just gotten a new dog, and I was walking her around the clock to housebreaker, and she was jumping at all the cicadas, and she was pulling my arm out of the socket.
Ouch, big
I
dog.
know. Well, she was little at the time.
She's got big.
I just did a DNA test on her. She's all white with a black, it looks like a key pop, a black circle on the top of her head. And
Religious
she's
dog.
all different kinds of pit bull, and she's little, and she has only like 1% wolf in her.
Why don't you show her to us?
Okay, come here, sweetie. Here, this is Sweetie.
I thought Marvin was Sweetie.
Yeah.
No, there she is. There she is.
Oh,
Yeah,
She's
cute.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
Look at that keeper on her head.
yeah, cute.
Yeah. And look, their ears are black like Payas.
That ear.
Who said I should be Sweetie?
Fran did. Fran said that.
Doesn't work that way.
No.
No,
Sweetie
the
one and
dog is,
Sweetie
the dog
two.
is the alpha one in the house.
There.
Although she decided to, she could figure out how to open the dining room door, which we thought was closed because we leave her in the kitchen when we go out. But she pushed it open and decided I have a whole house I can go through. So Marvin had his stuff for taxes all over the dining room table. She didn't eat them, but she put them all over the floor.
Sorting them is not going to be an easy problem. Anyway,
Yeah.
Hey, Charlotte, how you
Sharon,
doing?
yeah,
Hi,
Sharon.
how you doing?
I
Good to
miss
see
sitting
you.
next to you. I miss seeing you.
you gotta sit next to me.
Now I've got to sit next to him.
That's right.
You're sitting near all of us. Can't you see that?
Yeah, I
here.
know. Yeah, we're deciding when we should go back to show when the right time is.
Yeah.
But
That'll be the day. That'll be nice.
we pass it, I go to the only dog park. So it's right almost across from the show. But we're trying to find
yeah,
the
yeah,
right
yeah.
time.
Women's
I'm
bath.
trying to picture where the only, since I don't have a dog. I'm trying to figure out where we can
It's right across,
go. Yeah, where the pond is, where the,
Yeah.
behind the swim center, yeah.
or, yeah, practically
Softball field,
Georgia.
near the softball field.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. There's a whole bunch of things. It's nice. It's
yes.
pretty in there.
Shabbat shalom,
Hey,
everyone.
Levy, good to see you.
Hi, Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia. Good
Hi,
to see you.
Sylvia.
Bill
Mom,
and Nora,
Mom will join us shortly. He went to get the wine.
okay,
Okay,
good.
that's good.
Everybody feeling well, I hope?
We're all good, all good.
Al, I tried to get you before that discussion group, but I couldn't get you because I had something that I had to be done.
Excuses, excuses.
When it's private, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
We won't listen.
Baloney.
You'll get the idea.
Yeah, he and
We
I are
got,
twins in that
we
respect.
got a
Yeah.
couple people from Florida joining us besides the
How about that
Levy's.
now?
Deborah Leetow's coming in.
Oh, very
Oh,
good,
wow.
yeah.
Haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah, here she comes.
Where do you live, Sylvia? Where do you live
We're in
in
Boynton
Florida?
Beach. Boynton
wh-
Beach.
Is that near like Delray or is that
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
coast?
Just north of
Actually, I'd like to tell a very fast story. I had my Hadassah meeting Wednesday morning, and it was a new person sitting next to me. And we introduced one another, and where do you come from, et cetera, et cetera. She tells me that she and her husband came from Altoona, Pennsylvania. I said, oh my gosh, Altoona, there's only one person that I know from Altoona,
The Koretskis,
Jerry Koritsky.
right.
And that turns out, he's my husband's first cousin.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
for goodness.
I hung up, and when I got home, I called up
Gilda.
Hilda, and she remembers some of the names.
Yes,
6 degrees of separation.
that's right. That's right.
Jewish community is very
Small
small.
world. My
Yeah.
father's from
You
Altoona.
know, you run into people all over.
And they're
Right,
trying to make us even smaller.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome, Deborah.
Well, where was it?
Hi.
Kent Mill? Kent
Hi,
Mill they
Deborah.
broke into when
Hi,
they
Deb.
broke
Hi,
into
Deborah.
a synagogue in
folks.
Kent Mill.
Yes.
Shabbat
that's right.
shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom. It's good to see everybody. We have tonight, Marv Schneider is going to do the English prayer a little bit later. He had his father's yard site today. And Charlotte Petoskey is going to lead us in Kiddush later as well. Just letting Jackie Bent, there you go. So I'm going to mute all. And again, it's great to see everyone. And Shabbat Shalom. We'll start the service in the red, Lev Shalom on page 10. In the blue, Sim Shalom, we're on page 13. Yedi, nope, make that 14 in the blue. Yedi nefesh avarachaman mishoch avdach el ritzonach yarutz avdach kemo ayal Yishtachaveh mul hadarach ki erav lo yedidutach mino fetzuf vechol tam hadur na'eh ziv ha'olam Nafshi cholat ahavatach Ana el narefa nala behar otla noam zivach az titchazek vetitrape V'hayetalach shivchat olam v'tikyemu rachamecha v'chusna al bein ohavach ki ze kama nichsaf Lira betiferet uzach Ana eli machmad libi Chushana ve'al titalam higalena Ufros chaviv alai et sukat Shelomach Ta'ir eretz mikvodach Nagila v'nismecha bach Maher ahuv kiva moed V'choneni Ki me'olam la 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 On to page 11 in the Lev Shalem, 15 in the Sim Shalom. Lechu niranen al Adonai Nari Aletzur Yishenu Nekadma Fanav Betoda Bizmirot Nari Alo Nekadma Fanav Betoda Bizmirot Nari Alo Ki Agadol Adonai Malchadol Elohim. Arba'im shana kut bedor v'amar am toei levavim vehem lo yadu derachai asher nishbati ve'api im yivavun el menuchati shiru ladonai shir chadash Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai Baruch Shemo, Basru Miyom Leyom Yeshuato, Sapru Vagoyim Kevodo Bechol Ha'amim Nifleotav, Ki Gadol Adonai, Umehulal Meod. No Rahu I'll call Elohim ay ki kol Elohe Ha'amim Elilim V'Adonai Shamayim Asa Od V'Hadar Lefanav Oz V'Tiferet V'Mikdasho Avul Adonai Mishpachot Amim Avul Adonai Kavavos, Avul Adonai Kevod Shemo, Seu Mincha, Uva'u Lachatzrotav, Yishtachavul Adonai, Behadrat Kodesh, Chilu Mipanav Kol Haaretz, Imru Vagoyim Adonai Malach Afti Kontein Vel Baal Timot Yadin Amim B'mei Sharim Yismechu Hashmayim V'tagel Haaretz Yiramayam Umlo Yalo Sadai V'chol asher bo ay az yiranenu kol atzeyar lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel betzedek ve'yamim be'emunato la 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 Lie, 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 lie. Adonai malach tagel haaretz yismechu im rabim anan v'veltuha. Yevoshu kol ha-tefeseh. Ohave Adonai sin ura shomer nafshot chasidav miad reshaim yatzileim or zaru alat tzadik kol yishrei lev simcha simchu tzadikim b'Adonai v'hodu lezecher kodsho mizmor shiru ladonai shir chadash Kini flota sa Oshialo Yemino Uzero Akod Shodia Adonai Yeshuato Le'enei Hagoyim Gilatzid Kato Zachar Chasto Be'emunato Levet Yisrael Ra'u Cholav Se'aretz Et Yeshuat Eloheinu Hariyu Ladonai Kol Haaretz Pitchu veranenu vezameru zamru ladonai bechinor vekol zimra v'chatzotzrot vekol shofar hariu lifnei hamelech Adonai yiram hayamum lo tevel v'yoshveva narotim chauchav Yachad Harim Yeranenu Lifnei Adonai Kiva Lishpot Haaretz Yishpot Tevel B'Tzedek Ve'yamim B'Mesharim Lai 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 La 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 Adonai Malach Yegazu Amim 19 and 20 in Lev Shalem and or 19 in Sim Shalom. Moshe v'Aaron Kohen Abishmael Shalom. Hanosei Hayita Lahem V'Elokeim Halalilotam Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Lahar Kodsho Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Lahar Kodsho Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Lahar Kodsho Romemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Lahar Kodsho Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Page 21 in Lev Shalem, 20 in Sim Shalom. We rise. Mizmor leDavid, Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai kavod va'os, Havul Adonai kevod shemo, Hishachavu Adonai behadrat kodesh. Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, vayeshaber Adonai et arzei alvanon. Vayarkireim kemo egel Lebanon veSirion kemo ven re'emim. Kol Adonai chotzev lavotesh, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, Yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yachol el hayalot. Vayechasof Yarot Vechalo Kulo Omer Kavod Kulo Omer Kavod Adonai Lamabul Yashav Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam Adonai Oz Leam Oiten Adonai Yevarech et Amo V'Shalom. May be seated. We continue with Lachad Odi in Lev Shalem 23 to 25, in Sim Shalom 21 and 22. Lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor vezachor bedibor echad Hishmianu el amiuchad Adonai echad ushmo echad L'shemol tiferet veli tila lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela likra Shabbat lechu v'ne'elcha ki hi mekor haberacha Merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela mikdash melech ir melucha Kumitzei mitocha hafecha Rav lach shevet beyemek habacha Vehu yachamol alayichem la Lecha dodi likra kala la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likra kala la 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 Pnei Shabbat Nekabela hitna ari me'afar kumi livshi bigdei tifartechami al yad ben Yishai beit halachmi karva el nafshi ge'ala lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela hitoreri kiva orech kumiori uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alayich nigla lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lo tevoshi velo tikalmi Mati shtochachi umatehemi bachyechesu aniyeyami venivneta ir altila lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela v'hayulim shisa Shosayich v'rachaku kol mevalayich Yasis alayich Elohayich Kimsos chatan al kala Lecha dodi likra kala la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likra kala la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela yamin usmol tifrotzi v'et Adonai ta'aritzi al yadish ben partzi v'nismecha v'nagila lecha dodi likra kala la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha u'b'tzohala toch emunei am segula boi chala lecha dodi likra kala la 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likra kala la 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 Pnei Shabbat Nekabela. 27 and 28 in Lev Shalem, 23 in Sim Shalom. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat Tov Lehodod Ladonai Ulezamer Leshimcha Elyon Ulezamer Leshimcha Elyon Lehagid Baboker Chastecha Ve'emunatcha Baleilot Alei Asor Valei Navel Alei Higayon Bechinor Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat Tov Lehodol Ladonai Ulezamer Leshimcha Elyon Ulezamer Leshimcha Elyon Kismachtam Yadonai before Lecha Sedefarane. Oh, Dienuvum Beseva, Deshenim Verananim Yiyu Lehagid Ki Ashar Adonai Suri Velo Avlatabo Adonai Malach Yulavesh Lavesh and I will see the Zelda. Eidotecha nemnu meod leveitcha nava kodesh Adonai leorech yamim lai 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 la 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 la. Mourners and those observing art site rise for Kaddish, page 30 in Lev Shalem, 24 in Sim Shalom. Yid Kadal v'Yid Kadash Shemei Rabbah v'Alma Divrach Yirutei v'Yamlich Malchutei v'Chayachon v'Yomechon v'Chayedachol Beit Yisrael v'Agalav Izman Karim Imru Amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Me'ol Maya Yitbarach v'Yishtabach v'Yitpa'ar v'Yitromam v'Yitnaseh v'Yithadar v'Yitalev v'Yitalal Shemei Dekudesha Brichu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen Yehei shloma rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom b'imroma v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We turn to the back of our Sidurim as we continue our study of Pirkei Avot. We're on chapter 3, number 14, the top of page 246 in Lev Shalem, or the third one down on page 266 in Sim Shalom. Chapter 3, number 14, top of 246 in Lev Shalem, 266 in Sim Shalom. We're introduced to a new rabbi here, Rabbi Dosa ben Harkinas. So another rabbi with a Greek name, Dosa, son of Harkinas Omer, he used to say, Shena shel shacharit, v'yayin shel tzoharayim, v'sichat hayeladim, v'yeshivat batei chenesiot shel amei haaretz, motzi'in et ha'adam min ha'olam. So, sleeping in the morning, that would mean, I think, based on the translation, sleeping in the morning. So that is sleeping late. drinking wine during the day or at the midday meal, Sichat hayeladim, so engaging in talk with little children, and hanging out in gathering places. Now, it's interesting, it's but a Beit Knesset, the singular of Batei Knesiot. A Beit Knesset in Hebrew today is synagogue. But in the time of the rabbis, a Beit Knesset is just a gathering place. Knesset, like the Israel's parliament. So Knesset is gathering. A kinus, like youth groups, Jewish youth groups have a kinus, a gathering. So Knesset is another form of that word. So hanging out in the gathering places of ignoramuses. All of these things, if you engage in any one of these things, it motzi et ha'adam min ha'olam, it takes you out of the world. In other words, real world for the rabbis is Torah study. So anything that is the opposite of Torah study, like sleeping late in the morning when you should be studying, drinking wine at the midday meal, well, that means you're loafing and luxuriating at lunch instead of just having a quick meal in order to get back to your studies, or talking to children instead of talking to intelligent people or Torah scholars, and hanging out where ignoramuses hang out, like hanging out at the pool hall instead of going to the Beit Midrash. All these things take us out of the world. So there's lengthy commentary on the right on 246 all about this, but it's clear that this is part of a theme for all of Pirkei Avot, that what we want to do to ensure that we stay as part of the world and find meaning in the world is to engage in Torah study or spiritual pursuits. These things are the opposite of that. Now, that's just Dosa's opinion. I think other rabbis might say, well, if these things are combined with Torah study, there's nothing wrong with it. And King David slept late. Other kings sleep late. Other people there are wealthy rabbis who had wine at their midday meal. So it's all in moderation.
Why couldn't he left out the children?
Right. So the English translation here has, what is it? The prattle of children's prattle. Yeah. So I don't know. It's, I also take offense at that. I think that hanging out with kids and talking to kids is the opposite of taking us out of the world. It keeps us grounded. So I agree with you. So I don't, maybe that's why Dosa ben Hyrcanos is not a very popular rabbi. We don't really hear from him in too many places in rabbinic literature. Okay, so let's turn back to Kaddish D'Rabbanan mourners and those observing yahrzeit. Recite this special Kaddish, page 38 in the Lev Shalem, or 27 in the Sim Shalom. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman karivim ru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam ol me'ol maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitrumam v'yitnasei, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei d'kudashah b'richu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Al Yisrael ve'al Rabbanan ve'al Tamidehon, ve'al kol Tamidehon, ve'al kol man de'oskin be'oraita, divi'atra hadein v'div'chol atar v'atar. Yehei lahon elachon shlama rabbah, China v'chista v'rachamin, v'chayin arichin u'mezona revicha, Uforkana min kadam avuhon divishmaya vimru amen. Yehi Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya v'chaim tovim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imromav v'brachamav yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We all rise for Baruch Hu to begin Ma'ariv, the evening service. The next page, 39 in Lev Shalem, 28 in Sim Shalom. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed. May be seated. Baruch at Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'ra'ah b'va u'vein b'chof melotech shavim. Ma'avir yom u'mevi laila, ma'avdil ben yom u'ben laila, Adonai tzvot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hamari v'aravim, ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochveinu v'kumeinu, nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'v'mitzvotecha, le'olam va'ed. Ki heim chayenu ve'orech yameinu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem nege yomam v'layla, yomam v'layla. V'avatcha al tasir mimenu ve'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod V'yahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh Asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvelechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha v'ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchetavtam al mezuzot beitecha Uvisharecha v'haya. Adonai Elohechem emet ve'emunah kol zot v'kayam aleinu Adonai Eloheinu le'en zoto Umalchuta beratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe u'Miriam u'bnei Yisrael achanu shira v'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh nara tehilot osei fele malchutcha ra'u banecha Bokei Hayam lifnei Moshe, Zeli anu v'amru, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. V'ne'emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov, Ugalo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. On to page 45. Marv Schneider, you can unmute yourself. On to page 45 in Lev Shalem, or 33 in Sim Shalom. Marv will read for us the English translation of Hashkivenu. Go ahead.
Remove us from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow.
Mhm.
Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace, Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over all of the people of Israel and over Jerusalem.
Amen. Thank you, Marv. And as I said earlier, Marv I asked Marv to do this. He had yahrzeit for his father today. So may your father's memory continue to be a source of blessing and comfort to you and the family. Ushmort seiteinu v'oeinu l'chaim shalom yatav yad olam ufros aleinu sukat shalom echa baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Next page, we rise. V'shameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon of yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv v'meru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam lo me'omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudesha berichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'meru amen. We read the Amida 47 to 52 in Lev Shalem, 35 to 38 in Sim Shalom. As we conclude our private prayers, we continue on page 53 in Lev Shalem, 47 in Sim Shalom. Vayechulu Hashemayim va'aretz v'chol tzva'am, vayachal Elohim b'yom hashvi'i melachto asher asa, vayishpot b'yom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa. Vayivarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i vayikadesh oto, ki vo shavad mikol melachto asher bara Elohim la'asot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Konei Shamayim v'Aretz, Magen Avot b'Dvaro, Mechaye Meitim b'Mamaro, Ha'el Hakadosh she'ein kamohu, Hameniach le'amo, B'yom Shabbat kodsho, Kivam Ratza lehaniach lahem, Kivam Ratza lehaniach lahem, Lefanav navod b'yirav v'fachad, V'nodeh lishmo b'chol yom tamid, Me'on habrachot, El haodaot, Adon HaShalom, Mekadesh HaShabbat, Umevarech Shevi, Umeniach B'Kedusha, Le'amedu Shnei Oneg, Zecher L'Maaseh V'Reishit. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu, Ritzei v'Mnuchatenu, Kadshenu b'mitzvotecha, v'tein chalkenu b'toratecha, Sabeinu mituvecha, v'samchenu b'shuatecha, v'taher libeinu la'avdecha be'emet, v'anchileinu Adonai Eloheinu b'yavav ratzon Shabbat kodshecha, v'yanuchu v'Yisrael mekadeshei shemecha, Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Yitkadav Yikadash Shemei Rabbah, V'yalma Divrach Yiruteh V'yamlich Malchuteh B'chayechon V'yomechon, U'v'chayei L'chol Beit Yisrael, B'agalav Yizman Kariv Yimeru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olam Elolam Me'olmaya. Yitbarach V'yishabach V'yitpar V'yituman V'yitnaseh, V'yithadar V'yitalev V'yitalal Shmei Dekudesha B'richu, Le'elam Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tushbachata V'nechamata, Damiran Be'alma V'imeru, Amen. Tikabel Sohan Vadhan L'cho Yisrael, Kadam Avon Divishmaya V'imeru, Amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabba Min Shemai V'chaim Aleinu V'Ko Yisrael V'imeru, Amen. Oseh Shalom B'imromav V'yaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'Ko Yisrael V'imeru, Amen. Charlotte, if you unmute yourself. Charlotte Petoskey is going to lead us in Kiddush tonight. We're on page 55 in Lev Shalem, or 49 in the Sim Shalom. There should just be something there on your iPad with a microphone image. Just click on that, Charlotte. I don't have the power to unmute you. You have to do it yourself. But I know that you can do it because you've done it before. Don't worry, take your time. It's all right, Charlotte. There should just be something on your screen right there. You don't have to be flipping to another screen. There should be something on top or bottom with a microphone that says mute under it, and just click that. You can't find it. Okay, well, Kenskis, might you be able to lead us in Kiddush? You can unmute yourself, Fran.
You coming?
Yeah.
All right, I need
You
my
do it?
prime.
All right, Charlotte, we'll get you another time. Don't worry about it. We'll have the Kenskis are going to lead us.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah banu b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'ratzon hinkilanu zikaron l'maaseh b'reishis ki hu yom techila l'mikroei kodesh zecher l'tzias mitzrayim ki banu v'charta Yotanu kidashta mikohamim b'shabbat kodshecha b'ahava u'ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbos.
Amen. Yeshakov Kenskis, thank you for filling in there. And Charlotte, don't worry about it. We'll get you another time. I know you're trying. I know you know how to do it. I can vouch for it. You've had an aliyah during the week on Zoom, so no problem. And it just happens. Don't worry about it. We're on to Aleinu 56 in Lev Shalem, 51 in Sim Shalom. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol late gedula leotzer breishit shelo asana gegoyei aratzot velo samanu kimishpachot adama shelo sam chalkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shehu Noteh Shemayim V'Selavetz Mashal V'Garav Shemayim Al Keinu Kavelachan Elohim Ki HaMalchut Shelcha Hi Omeatim Lach Bechavod Kagatu b'tortecha, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, v'ne'emach Adonai le'melech al kol haaretz, b'yom hahu, yiyeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. 58 in Lev Shalem, 52 in Sim Shalom, Mourner's Kaddish, Yid Kadal, V'Yid Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'Yalmad Yivrach, Yirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei, V'Chayechonu V'Yomechonu, V'Chayei D'chol Beit Yisrael, V'Agalav Yizman Kariv V'Yimru Amen, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olamo Me'ol Maya, Yitbarach V'Yishtabach, V'Yitpar, V'Yitromam, V'Yitnaseh, V'yithadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemeda kudesha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mroma v'yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. So I noticed, Charlotte, that you did unmute yourself. You just unmuted yourself again.
I needed my stylist. I was using my finger and it didn't work.
Ah, that's it.
I said, why isn't it working? I said, I need a stylist.
Okay.
As soon as I got it, it worked.
All right, we'll get you next time, Charlotte.
Let's start over.
I'll make sure I have it with me.
Yeah. All right, so before we conclude the service, tomorrow morning, we're at 9:30 as usual. And there's junior congregation tomorrow as well at 10:15. And then tomorrow evening, Shabbos is over a little bit before 5:30. So evening service and Havdalah at 5:30 tomorrow evening. And we conclude with the Yigdal, 62 in Lev Shalem, 53 in Sim Shalom. Yigdal Elohim Chai v'yishtabach nimsa v'yein tel mitziyuto echad v'yein yachid keyichudo נעלם וגם אין סוף לאחדותו, אין לו דמות הגוף ואינו גוף, לא נערוך אליו קדושתו, קדמון לכל דבר אשר נברא, ראשון ואין ראשית לראשיתו, הינו אדון עולם וכל נוצר, יורה גדולתו ומלכותו, שפע נבואתו נתנו, אל אנשי סגולתו ותפארתו, לא קם בישראל כמו שעוד, נביא ומביט את אמונתו, תורה דמן נתן לעמו אל, על יד נביאו נאמן ביתו, לא יחליף האל ולא ימיר דתו, לעולמים לזולתו, סופר ויודע סתרנו, מביט לסוף דבר בקדמתו, גומר לאיש חסד כמפעלו, נותן לרשע רע כרשעתו, ישלח לקץ ימין משיחנו, לפדות נחכה קץ ישועתו, מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך עדי עד שם תהילתו, מתים יחייל ברוב חסדו, ברוך עדי עד שם תהילתו. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shalom,
Really good to see everyone tonight.
Shalom.
Don't count on me tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
I have a bar mitzvah in Pennsylvania. I'm going to be
Oh,
picked up
okay,
at 5
Charlotte.
in the morning. Count on me.
So I won't be worried when I don't see you.
By
Okay.
the way,
Okay, no
Rabbi,
worries.
the people being able to get onto Zoom,
Yeah.
Gilda Koritsky actually got onto my Chavara Zoom this week,
Oh, wow.
all by herself.
Wow.
Yes, you had a full house. Everybody was
right.
on it.
Maybe,
Everyone was on it. Mahavara.
so maybe she'll come on to Shabbat morning
Well, I
service.
hope
You never can tell.
Right.
Yeah. All I know is I need my stylist.
You need your stylist. That's it.
Count my finger, it doesn't work.
All right.
Rabbi,
Bye,
Yes, sir.
everybody.
did you read,
Good night.
read about Shmuel Bernstein?
Shmuel Hertzfeld.
Hertzfeld, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I read the article today. Yes.
It was interesting.
Yes, it was interesting. That's one
Very
word for it. Yes. The woman who wrote that article actually lives in that neighborhood. So could possibly be a groupie of Shmuel Hertzfeld. So, you know, he's a publicity hound. We'll see the yeshiva. Is it a good idea that he's starting? We'll see.
Oh, we
We'll
think
see.
we're talking about.
All right. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shalom.